If you're new to the terminal and this is your first time working without a GUI, it can be way overwhelming. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate the terminal and run a couple of commands to edit some files. In the video coming right up. My name is Chiedo. I run a company by the name of Chiedo Labs, and we work with entrepreneurs to build their app ideas and websites. On this channel specifically, we'll give you, the developer, everything you need to excel. So if you like tech videos, hit the subscribe button right there, and be sure to check out the description for corrections for all of the mistakes I know I will make in the video, and other notes that could be helpful. So with no further ado, let's hop on in and open up your terminal. So we're going to start with, what we're going to cover, we're going to cover 5 different terminal commands. That's 5. 5 different terminal commands and 1 program that you can open in the terminal. And those 6 tools will be more than enough to, I guess, get your feet wet in the terminal and get really comfortable and do things productive. So first, we're going to talk about the CD command, which I guess stands for change directory. So I'm in my terminal, I type in CD, and what CD does is it changes where you are. It changes your directory. So if I want to go to my desktop, I would type in CD, and now what I'm typing in now is called an absolute path. And that's the path to my desktop. So I just changed directory from just my home folder, and you can use another command called ls, which is just going to list the files in a directory. So if you press CD with no path, it's going to take you back to your home folder on your computer. So CD, and now I'm going to type in ls to see what's there. And when I type in ls, I see, okay, I've got a desktop, I've got a downloads folder, I've got a documents folder, I've got music, a zip file I probably need to delete, and all sorts of things. So now, use that, I can type in, well, where do I want to go now? So let's go to the desktop. So I'll type in CD space to the change directory, and then I'll type in the file name I see, desk. And a little shortcut is if you start typing in the first few letters, then press tab, it will auto-complete for you, which is really helpful, especially when you have long file names. Press enter. Now if I press ls, now it's showing me everything that's on my desktop. So let's change directory again to the example folder. And there we go. What do we have in this folder? We have nothing in this folder. In that example, you saw the CD command to change directory and the ls command to see what's in a directory. Now what else do we want to do? Well, we need to create a file, right? We don't have anything here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear my screen, make sure you can see. So we're going to type in nano, and this is a file editor for the terminal, which allows you to create and edit files. So nano hello.txt. So I'm creating a file called hello.txt. And so now we're in the editor, and we can just say hello world in here. And let me make sure you can see everything. So let's bring that up there. And so now you'll see a bunch of options down here. The most important ones, just for the sake of simplicity, are going to be, well, really just one, exit. And so that's Control X. So I've typed in hello world. This is my file. This is going to feel just like Microsoft Word or something, except without all the extra gizmos. And if you click with the mouse, it's not going to do anything. And then Control X. And when you press Control X, it's going to ask if you want to save the file. And it's simple, Y or N. Y means yes, N means no. If you do Control C, that will cancel and go back to the file. So we want to save. So we're just going to type in Y. And it's going to ask you, it's just going to confirm. All you need to do is just press enter. And now ls. Whoop, ls. And now we have our file, hello.txt. And we want to make sure that the content is there. We can just use a command. We can use a command called cat, C-A-T, and that will output the contents of a file into the terminal, so you can see what's in it. So cat space hello.txt, boom, and as you see, hello world. This is my file. Fantastic. Okay, so now what else we want to do? Well, let's see. How do we copy files in the terminal? Well, you can use a command called cp. So cp hello.txt, that's our file name. And then we can say copy.txt. And now if we do ls to show what's in there, you'll see both of the files. Well, what if you want to rename or move a file? Well, in this case, we can rename hello.txt to hello world.txt. Now if we do ls, you'll see copy.txt because we created it, and hello world.txt. So I was misleading. I said I was only going to go over like 5 commands in one program, but as I'm doing this, there are more things I want to show you. So how do you remove a file? Well, you start by typing in rm space ls, and bam, we just removed that file. So what else? Well, something else. So we've worked a lot with something you called relative paths right now. So if I do cp hello world.txt copy.txt, I'm using the relative path here because it's just assuming I'm talking about the file that's in the current directory, right? But there's also something called absolute paths. You'll need those specifically when you want to move a file from one directory to another. So for example, right now, we're in the example folder. I'm going to create another folder with a command called mkdir, make dir, like make directory, I'm guessing, right? It sounds sensible. So mkdir, got it. And then I'm going to say new directory. Now if we do ls, you'll see the copy.txt, you'll see hello world.txt, and then also the new directory we created. So let's go ahead and move hello world.txt to new directory. So there are 2 ways we could do it. We could either use the relative file path, so like this, hello world.txt. So the first what do I say? The first file name is the file that you're moving, and then the second argument was what they called. So the first argument, so you have command, right? Can I highlight that? Yeah, you have command, first argument, then you have space, and you have second argument. And so the second argument will be new directory slash, and then the name we want it to have, hello world.txt. So that will work just fine. But I want to show you how to use absolute file paths because there will be situations where you'll need to use those. So another way we could do the exact same thing is by using the full file path. When you use the full file path, it doesn't matter what directory you're in. So by starting with a slash that says start all the way at the bottom of my system. And so I think my first, what I got, it's going to be like users or something. There we go, users, Chiedo. And then where we at? Desktop, new directory, no, example, new directory slash hello world.txt. If I ls, and then I ls what's in new directory, you'll see that it worked. If you're not sure what your absolute file path would be, you can go ahead and run a command called pwd. And so that will show you the absolute file path for your current working directory. Man, that's a good start. There's so many more things you can do in the terminal. These are really just the basics you need to get moving around and navigating. But I think with those, you should be good to get a pretty good head start. So if there's anything I missed or anything you want me to elaborate on, let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to either just respond, fix the description, or create a new video. With that being said, my name's Chiedo. I'm with Chiedo Labs. We work with entrepreneurs to build their app ideas and websites. So if you need help with a project or something you're working on, just get in touch. The link will be in the description below, and we'd absolutely love to help you with your project and see what we can do. So with that being said, enjoy your terminaling. In another tutorial, I'll show you something called Vim, which I really like. It's kind of hipster, but I love it. So whatever. With that being said, please subscribe if you enjoyed this video and you want more like it, and we'll catch you later.